we're heading down the stretch, and hopefully some of this humidity, y'all, will start to disappear. Goodness gracious, we hope so. With us right now, y'all, is my good friend and my brother, Coach Tim McNair, the head football coach at Crystal Springs. Hey, Tim McNair.
How you doing, Mitchell?
I miss you, man.
I miss you as well, Mitchell.
How you doing, man? You good? You good? You good? I know your football team is good, and I'm sitting up here looking at this, and first year over there at Crystal Springs, and first 4 games y'all done teed it up. Y'all done won 3 of them, and you're getting ready to host on Friday night. What's been the keys, Tim? I mean, in this first year, especially when you bring in everything that's really kind of new.
This is out there, Mr. Getting to a place that people really appreciate who you are and what you do, and then they help us out. You know, we've got a great sponsor, Bill Broadhead, the Administrative Central Office, Mr. Clarkson, Mr. Buchanan. They do well by helping us out, make sure kids have everything. Once you have administrators on your side, they doing the good thing for the kids, and the kids buy into the program with no problem.
Well, I saw the Flaming Redhead, Bill Broadhead, at the Jackson State game, and his head's still on fire. Y'all, we're talking about the principal, really wonderful guy, and he's a great guy. He's a great guy. He is an awesome man. So you talk about the kids have bought in. So from a head coaching, from your seat, what have you seen, Tim, that's like, okay, I didn't see that coming, and it's happened, and it's been real good?
You know, when I first got there at Crystal Springs, like I told you before last year, it was the faith of the good Lord, because that's the destination He wanted me to go to, and I just end up there. And then now, when I first got there, I saw the talent there, man. It was just amazing how much talent was there. The kid was undisciplined. I know from day one I had to get in there sort of discipline program. And once we got the discipline program under control and stuff like that, I just seen all type of athletes and talent right there in Crystal Springs. And, and that's feel like, wow, this can be something special here.
Well, I'll tell you what, certainly, first year success like this usually doesn't happen. And you know how crazy high school football is in Mississippi. It's just so much parity. And now you've played 4 games. What do you think about your team after 4 weeks? And then what do you want to see going forward?
We'll continue to gel, get together, execute plays, cut down on the mental mistakes. We still, the teams right now are still in the process of still learning how to win. They want to win. It's great to have a team that want to win. And when I first got there, they didn't know how to win. So now it's the idea that they want to win, and the idea of being embedded in that is them that you have to play every Friday night. You can't take no Friday night off. And we want to continue to cut down on mental mistakes and continue to capitalize on those mistakes. And that's what I told them today. Great teams always cut down on mental mistakes and capitalize on other people's mistakes.
But see, Tim, you've seen that movie before, in terms of when you were at Prentice trying to teach them how to win. And you got that into them, and seemingly so, they've kind of come a little quicker. Wow.
It took me about 4 years of Prentice to get it turned around.
Right.
This in the second year here at Crystal Springs to get me. It caught me off guard with the way the kid has bought into the system, and Lord knows how the administrators helping me out with discipline and stuff like that. When you get the administrators and athletes working together, and
you got something, don't you?
Yeah, I take athletic second and academic first, but I tell kids quickly, if you get it, this one don't start on the football field, start up there in the schoolhouse. And I tell them, as you stop showing out up there, then all that's going to rub off on the football field.
Y'all are listening to Tim McNair, y'all, the head football coach of Crystal Springs. Of course, y'all know him from circles of being at Mount Olive and going through Alcorn and being all SWAC receiver, and then coaching at Prentice. Of course, he was earned a state championship when he was at Laurel as an assistant there. One of the things, Coach, I think was interesting in terms of what you can offer a lot of those young people there is that you're a head football coach, but you're also a dad of a college football player, and that you played college football, and you're the brother of a NFL icon. I would imagine, when you're sitting down with a lot of those young people, that you can see a lot of yourself in some of them, but also to impart into them some things that you've already experienced yourself.
Yeah. I mean, I see that, I see a lot of talent there. And I look at the kid and I'm like, wow. Mm-hmm. I got a receiver now. He probably run about a 4.40, and I just found if I had your speed when I was
Number 7, don't tell him that. We all think we still telling everybody you ran 4.1. We're going to be still, and we're in denial. We're not going to let anybody convince us of anything different.
When you get cold, you got to get outside, you got space for
Well,
it's amazing how much talent though that just playing. I'm just enjoying the moment.
Gotcha.
I'm really enjoying the moment.
Talk about your staff. Talk about the guys that you took with you and how hard they've worked to implement the things that you want to get implemented now in year 2.
It's amazing that you mentioned about my staff. When I first got there, my staff depleted on me. They left, and last year, Mr. Broadhead, like I said, I speak very highly of Mr. Broadhead. He made sure that I'm in the interview room when you're ready to hire coaches and stuff, and make sure that if I like that coach, we'll go ahead and do it. And it's just amazing that my offensive coordinator, Ricky Taylor, when I was in Alcorn.
Really?
That was Ricky Taylor Jr.
Yep.
And it was amazing.
Wow.
He happened to, he was a graduate, that's not Jackson State, and it was amazing how the Lord worked. And he said he saw me there and knew what we had, and he just got the blue text me. And, I was like, come on, this cat don't know as much about football. And trying to figure out, we ended up talking this, and it seemed like we just two people that can gel and don't have to worry about anything. As far as teaching wise, he do a great job. He got to teach everybody in the first month of August, so he's doing a great job doing math. And my staff, and then we got Varner, came from Lower Star, good guy. We got Hawthorne, came from college.
Mm-hmm.
Good guy. Then we got a junior high program, Coach Coleman, and we're all working well together. And he's now implementing the high school system into the junior high program.
Wow. That's the key right there. That's big.
And that's when I interviewed Mr. Brown here, and that was our main focus on. Want to make sure I implement the junior high into that, and he helped with the high school staff. And it just seems Chris playing on the rise right now.
Well, I tell you what, on a personal note, I saw Mama Mac on TV when Ray Lewis went into the Hall of Fame, and she looked so pretty. She looked so gorgeous, and he called her out there, and I said, that rascal has still not forgotten, from when he was in Mississippi, and that he still calls her, and I'm like, wow, it's just, man, that's just so special, just really just special. I saw that. When Steve went to Baltimore, we didn't too much care about Ray and all this everybody. Right. Nasty.
All my brothers. And after I met Ray in Nashville, we sat down and talked. Me and him clicked. And he told me, he said, man, it's amazing how Lord put people in your life for a reason. Man, you should have been on talk, and we just talked in jail, and for him to do something like that, invite my mom up there for that special occasion where he went to the Hall of Fame, that was very, very special. He did ask without coming, but I couldn't get away. Mr. Broadhead wasn't going to let me off work for there.
The flaming redhead. My goodness. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have to tell you what, it was beautiful to see. When you sit there looking at Prince, man, she stood up, and he just, wow, that was pretty powerful. Hey, now look, goals going forward. I mean, you talked about you wanted to see you guys continue to improve. What else do you need to see as you get ready to play and host on Friday night? What do you want to see your kids do?
I have to put this in. Still have to continue to pray and let the good Lord lead us.
Yeah.
I know it's about time to go, but it's a strange setting that I teach the kid about talking to them about the Bible and everything like this. I pick my moments and stuff like that, so I won't draw too many complaints. And it was amazing. I would pray before practice and after practice, let the kid lead prayer. And then one kid came out there missing. It was amazing. he said, "What they doing?"
Hmm.
And I talked to him afterwards and told him about that. So he getting to the point he getting caught up with that. So just
Praise the
amazing
Lord.
It's just amazing how the Lord put people in your life for a reason, so you can. So my thing is continue to lead and guide these young men. And what I'm looking for going forward is continue ask the Lord to bless them guys, keep us from all hurt, harm, and danger, and continue to cut down our mental mistakes and continue to do what we're supposed to do.
How's T-Mac doing? How's he doing?
He's doing very well. You know, he started his first game out there. I was happy, don't know what.
That's
he
crazy.
started his first game, caught his first pass. And, you know, of course.
That's so crazy. I need to go to the doctor. I'm getting old. That's crazy. It's nuts. Wow. We exchanged texts the other day. I mean, last week, and I was like, my goodness, he's a grown man. Oh, wow. Goodness. Well, look, I love you, man. I miss you, and I ain't gonna tell you I'm coming up to Crystal Springs anytime soon. But look, when the off season and all, we'll just go hide. We won't tell the wives where we're going to go eat. We'll go somewhere and just go hang out. Okay.
That's fun, man.
All right,
Coach.
Coach.
We'll be coming down there at Southern Miss anyway. I'm going Southern, going to be reunited on the football field. We'll hang out there.
That's right. And then you got to come down here for the state championship weekend anyway. So, yeah.
We'll be there.
Well, look, I tell you what, just whatever, if you bring the team in the championship game or not, we going to eat when you get here. You hear me? I love you, man. I'll talk to you later.
All right, Mr. Appreciate it, man.
Coach Tim McNair, everybody, the head football coach at Crystal Springs. Of course, y'all knew him at Prentice. And he turned it around there, and he's turning it around at Crystal Springs. That's who he is. I want to thank all of our coaches that have been with us. And to and through the coach, the most influential person on the campus is always the coach. When we come back, we'll wrap it up and put a bow on this one and get ready for the rest of the week.